Come on, man. Come on, man. I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming. Especially now. Now was the best time for me to do this. Let me start from the beginning. I first got introduced to Drake. Best I ever had. You understand? I didn't have any idea who he was prior to that. I had never watched Degrassi. Like, that was never type of show for me. Like, that's, suburban white kids watch that shit. We didn't watch that shit in the hood. You understand? Best I ever had, I heard it. It was a cool record. What was this, like 08, 09? And it was a cool record, but at the same time, it was still like one of the softest records I ever heard. You understand what I'm saying? But I hear it getting a lot of radio play. I begin to do my Googles and my searches and, see who this guy is. And I'm like, okay, yeah, light-skinned Canadian coming out with a song for the females or whatever the case is, right? So, first album come out. Was it Thank Me Later? I think it was Thank Me Later. Cool album. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of soft music, but a lot of introspective, a lot of dope relationship stuff, a lot of good bars. Like, you see that the writing is there. You see that the pen is there. You see he got them bars, and it's like, okay, he might be a softer rapper, but you can tell he's in that he's in that lane of what us core hip hop niggas like the Fab and the Cassidy and the JR Riders. Like, he's in that lane. So you kind of giving him a little bit of leeway, because you're like, all right, he rapping about the soft stuff, but it's still a little bit up right there. You feel what I'm saying? So got some dope lines here and there. So okay, you cool, money. All right, we could rock with you. We could tolerate you for a little while. After that, Take Care. Take Care. Now he coming like he really rapping on this shit. Like, really spitting. He really rapping some. Like, if you a nigga that you deal with females and it's like a regular thing for you, you can rock with him, because he talking about some real stuff as far as females. And Take Care, he's attacking, like he's really coming a little more aggressive with the bars and everything. He's starting to show you that, yo, I might rap about the females, but I really got this pen. So like, he had the song on, I forgot what song it was, that he had a bar that forced me. I was like, oh, all right, I gotta fuck with this nigga, because he was like, something, don't push me, but I don't make music for niggas that don't get pussy or something like that. I'm like, oh, okay. Now you talking my language, like that passive aggressive. I like that shit. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I can rock with something. You understand? It's a whole lot of other stuff on that album that he was talking to. So I'm like, all right, cool, fuck with him. Still not 100% a fan, but I'm like, all right, I'm tuned in. Pretty much anything he dropped, I'm gonna, be paying attention and see what he's talking about. After Take Care, I believe it was Nothing Was the Same. Nothing Was the Same was a dope project too. It was a bit darker. The music was a bit darker on there. He did have up-tempo stuff, but it was still like, a little bit of dark music on there. So, and I like dark music. I like stuff with like a darker vibe to it. So I rocked with Nothing Was the Same. You feel what I'm saying? If me personally, if I had to pick my favorite Drake project, it probably would be Nothing Was the Same, because of the darker music. First three projects were solid. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really like, I don't hail Drake to the point where I could say his albums was classic. Like, you got a lot of people that put those albums as classics. I think they were dope albums. You understand? That's all, I'm really going to say as far as that. And, he doing this thing, he making his music and shit like that. Then he does, I think after that was If You're Reading This Is Too Late. He had a lot of projects where it's like, okay, he making music, he doing the rap thing. Now, The whole Meek thing is where things start to kind of take a turn for the worse for me, because just seeing how he is, like, he rising to the top of rap. You know, he's getting cosigns. Like, he was on Blueprint 3. Like, he's on projects that mean something. He's on singles that actually mean something. Like, he was on, what was it, the Trey Songz, I think it was Successful. He was on one of J. Cole joints. So he's making his impact as far as rap goes. And now, here's the thing. When the ghostwriting thing first happened, right? For me, it wasn't a shock. You understand what I'm saying? Because even though Drake, you can tell by his rap style that he's aiming for that core hip-hop audience, that core audience that love bars. He's trying to have that audience and have the masses, right? But when you're trying to take the masses, you're going to have writing assistants, because whether it's on songs, whether it's bars, whatever the case is, you're going to have assistants with those kind of records, because let's be clear. Not many people can grab the masses just rapping by themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a little bit of assistance you have to have with that. And I'm going to keep it a buck. I feel like if you're getting assistance singing, there might be an off chance that you might bring a little rapper into the situation, like, yo, come help me, with this. You understand? And for a person who's not aiming for that, for somebody like Kanye, whose main focus is being a producer, I'm not shocked when it comes to him, because he's a producer first. You understand? So when he comes in and he's rapping, I'm not surprised that he has writing assistants. You understand? He never claimed or wanted to claim to try to be the greatest rapper. He wanted to make dope music. You understand what I'm saying? But Drake is completely different. You understand? I understand he writes for other people, but being that he writes for other people and he knows that this is the method to having great music, I'm pretty sure he knows himself that he might need writing assistants. You understand? So, originally, when I first found out, I didn't really hold it against him. I'm just saying, like, on the conversations of rap and being the best rapper, he can't be a part of that conversation. You understand? Because he got writing assistants. He won the Meek beef, which is completely understandable. Meek took too long to respond, and then the record he did respond with was trash. So, Drake won that, Then, for some reason, that the records and the albums that come out after that weren't good. You understand? They weren't good at all. I didn't like More Life. I didn't like Views. I felt like, here's the thing with Views. Views, I just felt like he was going back to doing more singing than rapping. You understand? And I'm not really a fan of, all the singing shit. So I feel like with that, he was getting away from the rapping. I felt like the singing and being for the masses, he was falling back into a safe zone where he's like, okay, the core audience that, fuck with the bars and shit like that, they not fucking with me right now. So let me, stick to my masses. Let me stick to the bitches and the people that party to my shit, and, we gonna be good. And, like I said, it wasn't enough rapping on there for me, so I didn't really fuck with it. More Life, I wasn't really feeling the fucking fake London or Jamaican accent, whatever the fuck he was trying to do. I wasn't feeling all that. Actually listening to UK rap, like people like Stormzy, Giggs, JME, Temp, Skepta, all them type of guys, and then listening to Drake shit, that was terrible compared to real UK rap and how they really talk and stuff like that over there. So it's like, that was a poor attempt at trying to mimic what they do. Now, if you're a person who's not familiar with UK rap and grime and stuff like that, and like how they slang and how they talk and their accents and stuff like that, then for you it might not be a big deal. But for somebody like me who actually listens to stuff like that, I'm hearing that from Drake and I'm like, nah, this ain't like, what are you doing, son? This, you understand? So, those albums were just terrible. And that's really where his fall from grace began. Now, this Pusha T shit, man. This Pusha T shit. Now, all right, another thing with Drake, all the subliminal stuff. Right now, we're talking about the music. We're gonna get into the beefs in just a second. Musically, he just started to decline. Like, the stuff that he's putting out, like, a lot of people thought Hotline Bling was cool. I wasn't too much of a fan of it. You understand what I'm saying? It's just not my type of music. I understand it's a catchy kind of record and stuff like that, but it just wasn't my type of thing. You understand? As no matter how big of an artist you become, niggas understand that urban is the most important respect to have in music because urban is the most influential. So a lot of stuff that people get, like, you got people like Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus, and all these other white people that are, taken from urban and using it to further their brands and, using it to inspire the things that they create, like even the Kardashians, damn near everything they get is from urban. You understand? So, I feel like Drake knew that he lost that and he wants to try and get it back. And the way he approached all of these different rap beefs, it kind of didn't do it for him because he picking and chooses his battles. Like, he choosing the easy fights. He goes at Meek. Who else? He kind of, responded to Common or whatever the case was. But he responded to Pusha T thinking that he was going to get off easy. But he avoided Kendrick Lamar. Somebody who also has star power and on the rap side can get him the fuck out of here. I'm pretty sure if Kendrick does a direct record going at Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick is going to be on his ass nonstop and going to just, tear him apart. That's not a person Drake can beat. Joe Budden. Drake did not want a piece of that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these are the type of people Drake purposely avoids because he knows that he's not ready for that type of war. You feel me? Now, here's where I say Drake hits rock bottom. The Pusha T shit. Now, of course, Pusha T took the shot on Exodus, which I didn't really feel Exodus was a diss record because it applies to so many people. But being that at this time, all of the Cash Money and Young Money, a lot of their money issues started to get exposed, they might have took it a certain way. So Wayne jumped out there, which that fuck Pusha T and that whole shit was trash. And Drake waits wild long to respond to Pusha T on the Two Birds and One Stone record. Which it was a cool set of jabs, but it still wasn't enough to really, combat Pusha T. So, of course, Pusha T waited. He didn't get at him right away. He came on Infrared. Infrared, he questioned the nigga pen and, things of that nature. So, 12 hours later, Drake comes with the Duppy freestyle, which I guess he felt like he would have been ready for war. He felt like it was going to go down. And he probably felt like he had a lot of shit in the right place for him to possibly get Pusha T out of here. He did say on the record, your demise will be televised. That was all the bait that Pusha T needed, and he came with the story of ANON. Now, the shit escalated. Like Infrared, then you got Infrared. Then you got Duppy freestyle. Then you got the story of ANON, and the level of competition and disrespect and the dissing, it just gets higher each record. So the story of ANON, the whole way that came about, it messed up a lot of shit for Drake. Like, it exposed, it was like if you were into battle rap and you watch Lux stir around against Calico, it was one of those types of things. Like, it really hit his soul. Like, it spoke on his family. It spoke on him doing the blackface thing. Like, it touched on so many different topics with Drake. And I think it might have really hit Drake in the heart where he needed to be hit. You know, this is something that nobody else managed to do. And my point of Drake ultimately losing the battle was when he had to release a press statement about the whole blackface thing. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, dog, like, you could have rapped about that shit. You understand what I'm saying? But for you to have something like that that can ruin business, you couldn't rap your way out of that one. You understand? You had to put out an official press statement. And listen, man, in rap beef, when you have to put out press statements to clear shit up, you lost the war, man. You lost the war. You jumped in that cage. You thought niggas had some shit that was light. You jumped in there feeling like you was ready to go. And niggas came back with that ham on you. And you waved the white flag, man. You waved the white flag. You understand? So, man, for me, this is also a big L for Drake. Like, Drake, I don't feel like he can come back from this one. You understand? He could try to come back with the most scathing diss record ever. I seen Pusha T tweet that Drake got like 100,000 out there trying to, you know, find information. So he putting money out for that shit to happen. And, man, it's not working, man. It's not working, you feel me? So, I don't know if Drake is ever going to get back to what he was before. I mean, he's going to stay with his fan base, which is the masses and the women and shit like that. He's going to sell records. He's right now one of the biggest, you know, rap artists. But at the same time, man, he lost. He lost his war. His music is declining overall, like the quality of it. And it's just, he's not making as good of music as he used to. You understand? And like Joe Budden said back on the Hot 97 interview that he actually walked out on, he was saying how Drake's music has been sounding uninspired. It's lacking substance. And he was saying how Drake's not discussing shit that's really going on in his life. And that whole hiding the kid shit and shit like that, that's really what's going on. Now, I seen somebody say that throughout Drake's music, he kind of hinted at all of this stuff, but at the same time, he never just like put it out there to people. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's really what the problem is. Like, he's not just direct. You know, he's kind of hinting around that stuff and, you know, kind of giving certain things the minimal light instead of just saying, damn, this is what fucked me up right here, fucking with this person and people thinking and having a baby and shit like that. Like, instead, you're gonna wait until your Adidas press run to roll out that you have a kid, like, you know what I mean, to try to get some money. Like, I felt like that was just, you know, tasteless. You understand? You have children, it's like people running around thinking that you just, you know, the dude with no kids, you out just doing your thing and shit like that. But you out here like the rest of the niggas. Like, it's actually, the funny thing is, it's a lot of niggas that can relate to you. You understand? We see bitches online talking all the time about how niggas be hiding wives, hiding kids and shit like that. Even though I don't believe in that whole hiding people from social media. You know, everything's not for social media. But I still think there's ways that you can celebrate your child without making it a public thing, but people still know that, okay, this dude, you know, has a child and stuff like that. You know, I felt more so like he was going to use the whole child story and everything. And, you know, however that whole thing played out, I felt like he was going to use that to kind of like play the victim role. You understand what I'm saying? And Pusha T pretty much took that away from him. So, you know, Drake is at a point now where it's like he can't even respond really to, you know, all of that stuff. So, for me, Drake is pretty much over. Like, I don't really have no interest in hearing no music. Like, nothing he says to me will stick. It's just like, I don't know, man. He's just gonna have to stick to them fucking making them club records, them party records that them people overseas and shit could fuck with, because as a us, like urban and the people who really love bars and shit like that, Drake, he's done. He's done. There's really nothing else to say. Like, what else can we get from Drake at this point? You understand what I'm saying? If he'd have just, you know, stayed true to himself and, you know, try to relate to the people who are actually going through, you know, similar situations, then, you know, he'd have been good money. And that's the thing, you know, he always been a person who you feel is relatable. But, you know, just the way that whole situation played out, I kind of felt like, you know, he made the wrong moves with it. You feel what I'm saying? So hopefully going forward, he sharpen up, he do what he got to do, and he get back to making, you know, good quality music, because taking the L in a battle like this can inspire people. You feel me? And it inspire you to jump back in that booth and start making some fire. So hopefully Drake do that. But, yeah, man, that's my thoughts about that. This was Aubrey Drake Grams, Fall from Grace. Drake, hold this L. Canada, hold this L. Now, not all of Canada, but Toronto specifically. And damn, I feel bad because I fuck with King of the Dot, but man, y'all got to get y'all mans. He looking bad out here. Shout out to Organic Gully and all of them out there. You feel what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, that was Drake's Fall from Grace, man. I'm out of here. No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. Pretty sure y'all gonna comment, probably e-thugging me, or, you know, filling in certain little holes and stuff that I might be missing. So, comment anything that you feel like, and comment logically, not with your emotions. Comment anything you think you feel like I might be missing, or certain stuff I might be missing out on, and we open to discussing in the comments, you understand? Because once this video goes up, ain't no editing or nothing like that. So, you know, we could always have a conversation in the comments and, you know, talk about different things and shit like that. So, yeah. Fall from Grace, man. Drake, I'm out of here. Bye.